Hey, it's time to wake up. Rise and shine. It's time. It's Monday. It's April 27th. Sandy Jacquard here. I'm a holistic health and lifestyle coach. We are gathering here every morning, exploring the depths of the great interruption, the great awakening together. I'm not used to that light flashing on my phone. What is that? Anyways, how are you this morning? It's a new week. Here we go. What are you looking forward to today? What makes today a good day? What makes today a good day? What's going on for you today? What are you looking forward to about today? And if you haven't thought about it, now's your time to think about it. I invite you to think about it. What can you look forward to about today? You can type in the comments below. Let me know when you're here. Good morning, welcome, or good afternoon if you're watching this later, or good night if you're watching it before bed. No matter what time it is, having a hard time getting out of bed, that's okay. You don't even have to get out of bed for this, do you? That's okay. I feel the same way. Good morning. That's why I took a shower. I'm clean today. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry you're not feeling good. You're feeling down. You are so not alone. It is thick right now with depression and loneliness. I'm hearing it across the board. Happy Monday, everyone. Doing some stay strong. Looking forward to seeing my daughter. Oh, that's so good. Gemma, good morning. Good morning, Ben. Hey, so yeah, what would make today a good day for you? What can you look forward to about today? Curious. This is our time. This is your time. This is your time. You use it how you want. You want to use this time to set intentions for yourself? You want to use this time to feel into your heart space, see what's calling of you? You use it for that. This is your time. Nature, workout, absolutely. Lucia, what's pulling on you today? Yes, get out in nature. The weather is just absolutely gorgeous. There is no reason for us not to get outside, except for the crowds. Except it's Monday, maybe they all went home. Let's hope that they did. Yeah. What's talking to you? Is it the relentless of the, weeks and days? It's like no end in sight. I'm hearing so many different things that people are struggling with right now. And we talked about just like what, in the group we talked about like what you do when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling lonely. Like, what do you do? How do you take care of yourself around that? And when I went through them, I realized, the reality is, for some, we don't always take care of ourselves when we're feeling sad or lonely, right? So I want to turn your attention to what you can do, what you would do if you were taking care of yourself around those emotions. What would show that you cared? You can even, imagine this precious being, whether it's somebody you love, a kid, child, loved one, someone in your life, and they were feeling sad and lonely. Like, what would you want for them? How would you want to take care of them? Yes, okay, come on, get out of bed. Come on, let's get in the shower. Come on, we're going to put some clothes on. Right? We're going to have a fruit smoothie. We're going to have, our lemon water. We're going to have a fruit smoothie. We're going to go for a walk outside, something gentle maybe, so that we have some time and space to listen to what's inside here. Okay, so listen to this thought, because it can feel overwhelming sometimes, right? It can feel overwhelming, life can. this situation absolutely is bringing up some overwhelm. I'm reading Lucia. Yes, just moving out of state. My son is very strong-willed, hard to handle, makes me not want to get up, and my boyfriend is out of town for 2 days. I'm feeling alone. Yes. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. This is, it makes me think about what we've just been talking about, of like, I think in all different ways it's coming up for people in all different ways, definitely in relationships, like when it's in our relationship to other people, but also in relationships with ourselves, of really tapping into your resources and really seeing really clear as to, right, we can't always depend on other things outside of us to make us feel good, or just the same as when they make you feel bad, they make you feel good. It's like, when this is good, I'm good. When this is not good, I'm not good, right, on this, right? So how do we lean deeper into ourselves around, how we depend, how we get through our days, how do we do life? Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Nancy and Marie. Good morning, Mom. Happy to see you, Nancy. You made it today. Awesome. It's a good way to start the week. So, leaning deeper into your resource, that resource which is your inner strength. Or do you tap into that inner strength? How do you tap into your inner strength? How do you tap into that? Right? Because we can't necessarily rely on those around us making us feel good, and I think this time is like, it's so revealing of that. It's so revealing of that, right? And it's not only people, right? It could be things outside of us. Like, it's awesome to know yourself. Today I want to be patient and gentle with my kids, especially during school time. God bless you. Right? Yes, Claire. We'll send you love in that way. Absolutely. Yeah, set some intentions. I invite you to set intentions today. I'm in the state of mind to live my life every day to its fullest in these uncertain times. I get out, exercise, social distancing, follow all guidelines. This keeps my brain energized. It's great. So yeah, that's kind of where I was just headed, is like, it is great to know yourself enough to know, like, there are certain things I do that make me feel good, right? And it's like times like this is those times that we kind of lean into what we've learned, what we know about ourselves. Hey, Wendy, we've missed you. Hi, Cindy. Happy to see you this morning. So it's great to have those tools. It's crucial. It's our life. It's our survival. When I feel sadness, I reach out to a friend or boyfriend or one of my 2 kids. So I'm not saying that we have to do this alone. I'm not saying you're suffering and you just have to like find it inside and do it alone, right? I'm not saying that, but I think, when it comes down to it, so we have the tools, we know how to feel good, right? Sometimes, or we hope to, we learn, we're to survive in this time, in this world, period. And you've learned, you're like, well, I do this, I stay busy, I go to the gym, I have lots of social times, right? So now here we are in this new container of, situation, and we are trying to fill that need, right? And it's like, it's great to have some of those habits, some of those things that you do to feel better. Like I said, like, absolutely, I go outside. Like, I'm just like, you know what? Just go outside. Yesterday, I was feeling it. I got off here and I was just like, I was like feeling like just a funk. I could like feel it on my face. And I was like, I just have to get out of here. I got to get outside. I don't know. I'm not sure what this is yet, but I need to go. And I went outside and I walked, and I just started walking outside, and I just started crying. Just walking and crying down the street, people looking at me. And I'm like, like full on crying, walking down the street. So it's nice to know, like, I know So it's about like moving the energy, right? We're not going to just sit here with that energy. It's nice to have it like moving so that you can deal with it. Okay, but this is different than doing things to avoid it and to completely distract yourself from the feeling. So I wasn't leaving my feeling. I wasn't abandoning it. I actually created a space to go be in it, right? Do you see the difference? Because we're talking about like, don't look away, don't turn away. You're feeling the feelings, they're real, you know? You're feeling that stirring inside of you, or that anxiety, or that overwhelm, and it's like, I'm not saying like, you know, you don't get to lean on anybody, you do it by yourself, you know, dig deep, you can do it. Like, okay, that's not what I'm saying when I talk about inner strength, right? Yeah, call your friend if that's your way, right? We have our ways of getting by. We have our ways of coping. We have our ways of also like moving that energy. By calling this friend who I feel safe talking to, I can move the energy and work through it, right? That's different than when we talk about like our codependency on other humans and on other activities in a way, right? That's different. Do you see the difference? Take naps gives me anxiety. I don't like it. So you take naps and they give you anxiety and you don't like it. It's okay. They said, poor baby. I know, right? So sometimes you just got to cry it out. Walking through it, not around it. Yes, I love that visual too. I just like, right? It's there. I'm not going to distract and just like, oh, no. I'm not dealing with you, right? It's like, yeah, you're there. That feeling is there. You might have woken up with it this morning, or woken up from your nap and you feel it. It's there. You know, do I pop open the bottle of wine right now because it's there? Like, that's a distraction. That's trying to shush it or numb it, right? And I'm not saying I'm above that. I'm saying that, right? But let's be honest. Good morning, Karina Reed. Right? So do you know, or do you want to move that energy? Call somebody. I'm feeling anxious, or I'm going to take a walk outside and like listen to my heart. What's going on? What's happening in here? Or you exercise to move the energy. Are you exercising to move energy? Are you exercising to completely distract it and not listen to it, to avoid it? Are we busying ourselves to avoid, or are we busying ourselves, what's behind it? And this is only something that you can truly, hey sister, Lucia, Mrs. Karina. This is something that only you can truly know the answer to, right? Like, really, you know what's behind your busy. What am I avoiding something, or am I using a tool to help me move space, right, or move energy? Am I using a tool? Am I tapping into the tools I have to help me move energy so I can work my way through it? Or am I avoiding and I'm, distracting myself from truly dealing with what's going on? And someone, Sean in the group said something like, about how when she deals with things in real time, that she moves through them faster. And it made me think about that, like, when stuff comes up and we deal with it, right? And we don't always get to do that. That's not always an option. Sometimes life requires us to kind of put something aside. But I realize for me, when I don't deal with things in real time, it becomes this almost like unknown thing. Like I forget where it stemmed from. And so now I'm just kind of carrying this something that I'm unsure of. I become unclear of where the source of my discomfort is coming from, right? And if you've been doing that for a long time, you're in the habit of distracting yourself, you're in the habit of busying yourself, then most likely, then you have quite a bit of that buildup. Your anxiety, your feeling as a collective is a collective feeling of many, a bunch of different situations, energies, people, things that you've picked up from other people, right? It's a collective. So it might not just be this one thing that you're like, oh, I just have to deal with this. That's all. It's not that easy, right? So going back to overwhelm, even confronting what that anxious feeling inside of you, that depression, is trying to tell you, that crankiness, like when you're just cranky. That's how I know now. So that's one of my big indicators that I'm not confronting something, is when I'm just like bitchy, like just cranky. It's like, why am I being so bitchy? Like there's something either I'm not communicating, something I'm needing that I'm not doing. So that's how it comes out for me. And let me just tell you, I was bitchy for like a good 30 years, like, or more, like seriously. And what I know now is that bitchy was not just because I was a straight up bitch. It's because I had a lot of repression. I had a lot of, just needs that I wasn't honoring, that I was not honoring. And, to even honor them, you need to be aware of them first. And I think sometimes when you're in relationships or situations, whatever that is, that your needs, that things that, about you get a little lost in the needs of others. And so maybe takes a little time to, and space, commitment, to say, you know what, I want to know what the needs of this person is here, and honor those, so that I can then honor yours from a better place, right? From a more powerful, authentic place, and not do it all cranky, pitchy all the time. Yeah, here's your fucking dinner. You're welcome. It's hard for me to take that much time for myself, or think it's necessary. I need to practice. It is a practice. So here's the thing. And Nancy says, I do that. Good morning, Tanya. So overwhelm. So back to overwhelm, and practicing taking time for ourselves. Here's this image I had today about overwhelm. Well, first of all, like, what is your expectation? Well, what do you think? What are you expecting? Like, what do you think you need to know and figure out? Like, when you're just overwhelmed, you're like, I don't know, something's got to change, or this has to happen, or what is that? I mean, so overwhelmed in so many different ways. And so I'm kind of talking about it as in the world of just like, well, here we are. We only have so much control over the situation. And we'll get that stir of like, I need to do something. Like, I need, maybe I need to work on this and make something happen. Like just something like, right. It kind of feels like, okay, like I need to do something now, like with this time, or I need to make something else happen, or how can I set up for, right? So we start to get kind of restless in this space. Who feels restless in this space at this point? Give me a thumbs up or something. Let me know. Are you having that? Are you experiencing that? Those times of just kind of restless, like, all right, that was interesting. Can we move on now? So restless, getting restless in this space. And so I had this image of, it's dark. Everything's dark. Lights are out. We're walking in the dark right now, and all we get is just this one little light that we're holding, okay, or it's maybe lit up on the path, but basically we're on this path. It's pitch black. We can't even see beyond it. That's us right now. We can't see beyond it, except for that one little spot. That one little spot where your little, like, sad little light, it's like you're holding it, it's like the battery's going out, and it's like, okay, that looks like a safe spot to put my foot. That's okay. I can put my foot there to keep walking, right? Or we're just holding still. We're like, oh my God, it's dark. I can't see what's next. I'm not moving. I'm frozen here, but, or, where we're choosing, we got our little sad little light. We're holding our light here and we're putting it like, okay, like where can I step? Where it feels safe? There might be like crocodiles over here, I don't know, or, like a cliff on this side, I'm not really sure, right? So this is like how I feel like we're feeling, like this overwhelm of like so much uncertainty. I have no idea what's out there. I can't see shit. Yet here we are with our little light that's still shining, and we're holding on to this light like dear life. It's like your light within you. It's your inner guide. It's your guidance, and it's really all we need. It's all we need to get through this, and it's that and trust. So here we go, and we're going to shine it, and we're going to look for that next safe place to put your foot, that next option available to you now in your life. If it's today and it's right here and right now in this very moment, what is that next option available to you right now that feels the most gentle? You do not know what's going to go beyond that step. All you can do is take that one step. That's it. One step at a time. One step at a time. And I know it takes patience. It does. It takes patience. It takes trust that the next step will show itself, So you take the step where the light, you shine it. Okay, that's safe. I'm going to step right here. You look around in your life, what about today? What about this moment feels like the most gentle step for me to take? What are we shining light on? Yeah, maybe it is just getting out of bed. That seems like the next step, okay? I don't know what's going to happen after I get out of bed. I'm just going to get out of bed. Okay, well now I'm turning on the shower. I'm going to turn on the shower. That looks like my next safe spot to put my foot. I'm going to turn the shower. I don't know what's going to happen after I take the shower. I don't know where that next step is going to lead me, but I'm going to trust that by following this one step, that there's going to be another step that's lit up in front of that one, and then another one that's lit up in front of that one, and then that one, okay? This is our way out of darkness. Who can lean into that? Who can lean into that? Okay, and you want to look at it just like I do. I'm using this. Now, you do not have to be in the darkest place of your life to be doing this. Absolutely not. Overwhelm can look like that you are excited, you're inspired, you've got like, what's going to happen? Wait, I'm just going to read, you don't even know. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Good. So good. That's what we're here for. That's what we're all here for. We're here for each other. And you know what? You can be under my umbrella anytime. Know this umbrella is big enough for all of you. All of you. I'm holding this umbrella for you. And whether it is raining or whether the sun is burning you or whatever it is, but just know, I'm covering you, in this space. And I just, you come in here and I've got you so covered. So you're not doing this alone. Not any of us. None of us are doing this on our own. We learn from each other. There's so much value in, being on our own and finding that inner strength and getting that light bulb, getting that flashlight and from within our light. So much, because that's what brings us our confidence, right? Yes, you are under my umbrella, absolutely. Should that song just start coming on right now or what? Yes, it's Rihanna's theme song that's gonna bust out right now. But so much to learn from what makes us unique and shine, right? And that inner strength, that without it, we're completely dependent and helpless when it comes to like, if people show up or don't show up, or situations turn off or on and everything's closed or they're open. Like, I don't want that. Like, I just choose not to have that. I don't want that. I don't want to be dependent on that shit, or on this wonderful stuff. I love it. It's not even shit. It's great. I love people, and I love social, and I love, going to work out everywhere, and, whatever I do, going to the things, right? It's all great. Work, right? Going to work. It's all good, but I don't want it to be dependent on it. So the value in me being able to hear and lean and learn and feel like what is right for me, like, it gives me this like confidence so that I can like stand here and be blown around by outside circumstances, right? And still stand here rooted into the ground, right? Rooted, grounded, and my leaves can blow, and the wind can hit me, and the rain can come, and the sun, and whatever, and I can go through different seasons, but I stay grounded. Like, so there is so much value in getting grounded, with you and yourself. And we need each other to reflect and learn. Like, absolutely, you see something, then someone, you're like, that light, like, I want to be in that light. That light is already in you, and sometimes we need to see other people to be able to know us, right? We see, like, when you're like, wow, I really love that quality in that person. Like, that's the kind of thing, right? You see it, or you're like, I do not like, whoa, that person, right? So we reflect from other people, right? It's like a mirror. It's like a mirroring of us. So we need each other so very much to be able to learn to then get grounded deeper into ourselves, right, into the ground here, and so that we're standing confidently and able to handle the seasons of life, So we're all here. We're not meant to be alone. You're not meant to be 100% by yourself. So why would there be billions of people on this planet, Like, we're here for a reason, all of us, and it's like we learn from each other. So there's both. I feel like everything I'm saying like, well, there's this and there's this. Like, there's two sides of everything. There's leaning into yourself, and there's like, needing other people, right? There's, using your tools to help move energy so you can work through them. And then there's also, right, like, not being distracted by these tools, or having these tools be something that moves you away from dealing with it, right? I don't know, kind of got carried away there. So here we are, we've got our flashlights, we're using them, and like I was saying, just that, you do not have to be in the darkest place in your life ever to use this, use that flashlight. It's like, for me, I get excited, and I get overwhelmed by all the possibility, and I have to go back to my flashlight, because it's like, okay, there is maybe there's like a lot of options. It's like, well, what is the one that feels just most gentle, and what is the one that's available to me now, right? So, like, if I just look around right here in my little life, in my world, what seems like the thing that is needing me the most, like, for myself, right? So it's like food. I need to eat. Like, just like, okay, so it's like just really being gentle. Like, what is that next option that feels the most natural and that's lit up, And I just think that's the way that the universe likes to show us the way. It's like, that's the path to the thing, like yesterday. What do you do when you're down? Oh God, I get down, Just all this that I'm talking about. I sometimes, I cry a lot. If I can, but sometimes I can't even cry. That's the worst. I call a friend. I have to call somebody, usually, somebody I love and trust. I get outside. I drink a fruit smoothie, like all fruit, because fruit is uplifting. Let's see, what do I do? I put on my robe. I call it my fuzzy robe day. Sometimes it's a fuzzy robe day. And sometimes it really depends. Like, I'll always try to move the energy if I can by getting outside and talking to somebody, things like that. And if it's like, you know, what I need right now more than anything is just to give myself time to be sad or to be down, and like, then sometimes that is what you need. You know, you got to know yourself to know that difference of when you're being destructive with it, or you're being gentle and loving with it. You know, that's like how we take care of ourselves. Like, how can I take care of myself around this right now? Sometimes it's a fuzzy robe day. You put on your robe, you put it in the dryer, whatever you need to do, get bundled up, like put like your mask on or something, go get yourself some lemon balm tea, get your smoothie. Gemma says, I want to get back to work, right? So, you know, just like, how can you just take care of yourself? Sometimes you just need like nurturing, like a hug, like something like, you know, almost like you're mothering yourself. Like, there, come on, here's your robe. Come on, let's go get in mom's bed. Let's put on something that just makes you happy and makes you laugh, or something like something lighthearted, you know, or let's just lay there and cry in a ball and just sob it out like no other. Like, just, you know, no shame, just like cry that shit out, you know, until you can't even open your eyes, you're so swollen, and then call your friend, or get on your friend and just cry so they have to hear you. I do that too. I definitely do that. But, you know, it's good to have like a few people that you can just cry and they can handle it on the other line. Yeah. Yesterday, we talked a little bit. We discussed how, you know, knowing when to let go. Right? We were talking about. Well, let me just do this reading, and then I'll talk about that a little bit. The Book of Awakening. I tried to put the link in the group, but I just couldn't figure it out. Maybe I have to do it on my computer. But so here we go. Book of Awakening. You can find it on Amazon. And today is April 27th. Every day we do a daily reading. This one's called Let There Be Light. So perfect. I did not plan that. How perfect was that? Just trust yourself, then you will know how to live. When Edison was discovering the light bulb, he first engaged in a process of envisioning how an unseeable current of energy could be harnessed and turned into light. Like most of us, the vision came first. Once he understood what came to him, it took quite some time to find the precise material that would work as a filament in the light bulb itself. Later, when asked if he grew discouraged or thought he was wasting time, Edison said no. He learned something important each time he tried. He learned that there was another material not to be used. The lessons here are very telling and transferable, especially to how we seek our calling in the world, and to how we seek out love. To be willing to envision what we need is powerful and real, and just as crucial is the confidence of spirit to back it up. To be willing to envision what we need is powerful and real. And just as crucial is the confidence of spirit to know that it will work. Even though we haven't found where we belong or who we love yet, equally as vital in the perseverance oh Jesus, is trying to find precisely what will work. Yes. But perhaps the most inspiring part of Edison's journey is how we didn't view his many attempts as any type of failure on his part, but rather as an inevitable part of the process of discovery. Finally, after all this, we are challenged, scientists and lover alike, to use what we discover and live in the light. Okay, That was hard, but you know what I just realized when I'm reading? Like I can't, it's like more like when I'm reading that my mind like stops looking at the words and I start thinking about something. So did I just realize, did I just discover a learning disability? Like, cause it's like don't focus on the words. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm still reading. Oh yeah, I'm still reading. Anyways, I might have just, can you diagnose me, somebody? What is that? Anyways, but that is a good reading if you were able to follow it. Sorry. It like squirted out my mouth. You couldn't see that probably, but it did. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, right? So having trust in the vision, trusting in the vision, not being discouraged by when we try something and it doesn't work, because it's not about it, right? It's not failure. It's something we learn from, right? There's no mistakes. Thank you for loving me through that. There's no mistakes here. It's not about failure. It's about learning. It's about applying those so-called, parts that didn't work, being able to apply those to the next part, right? So when something doesn't go as you hoped or the way we want it to go, and it doesn't work, or something's not working, that's not like, oh, this must be, this must be wrong. This isn't right. Or maybe I'm just not good. Maybe this isn't meant for me, right? Like, how can we apply that to the next step forward, right? How can we apply it? I mean, I guess I could almost let's see if I can turn this into what I think in my head right now, if I can communicate it. So I'm picturing back to our light. We have our light and we have our steps that we're taking, and it's dark. And maybe we put the light on a spot that's not, or we try and we put our foot there and it's almost no, that was like a sinkhole or a quicksand or, something, right? So it's something that we saw that doesn't work, right? So we've got okay, over here there's crocodiles and over here there's quicksand, because I just tried to kind of stick my foot over there. I put my toe in over there, and back there's, right? So there's okay, now that I've put my toe in all the spots that are not going to work, that leaves right, this spot, here's that, right? Because it almost can shine, it can almost by trying the stuff that doesn't work, we are guided to that path that is the one that's going to flow and that's going to work and it's going to be safe. Does that make sense? I think I like that. It also brought me to think about how yesterday we were talking about how when we're going about life and life's teaching us different things, and right when we want to stop, so you're going to paradise and there's stops along the way to get to paradise. And when we're if you were to be so here's the spot we're going to stop. There's a lot of value at the spot. It's really great. Lots of things to experience. But the mission is to keep going, to keep moving, right? But we're get to that spot and we get comfortable and we're no, we don't want to leave this spot. I'm comfortable here and I'm, not sure what that next spot's going to be like, but we're promised each spot is going to get better and better as we go, right? So it's kind of like that. We were talking about that yesterday, holding on to the thing that was meant to just be the thing to show you or to teach you something more, just to so here, this is for you. This is a gift for you to learn, a little something for you to experience. But really what I want to take you is I want to take you here, and we're no, I don't want to leave here. This is more, so to me, that kind of reminds me a little bit along those lines of the trust, the vision, learning that, taking it out of life, learning the different parts out of life, and taking those things and then getting to apply them to the next thing versus like settling in to the thing. Uh-oh. Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to jump off. But so yeah. So what do you think about that? That's so knowing when, like, when the universe is saying, "Hey, that's great that you are enjoying this space. I hope you have liked that. I hope you like these life lessons and or this relationship even, or this career, this job. But guess what? This wasn't meant to be forever. You know, you weren't meant to identify with the situation and make that who you are. You were just meant to learn from it. You were just meant to gather the skills for the next place we're going. The next place is going to be better than the last, right? We were talking about, oh yeah, we're rising up. We're taking that next step. We're going up higher than we are now. Like, this is just meant to give us the tools, experience it, learn the lessons of now, but don't attach to it. This isn't the final destination. We're still on a journey. We're still on a path. We're still moving. So, yeah. Okay, that's all for today. I adore you so much. Thanks for being under my umbrella today. And it'll be up again tomorrow. So you're welcome to join me. Share with your friends if you feel like this is helpful, you feel like they need to hear anything here. I trust that everyone got their little nugget that they needed for today that's going to help them take that next safe step forward. And I love you all. I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Bye.